welcome to our Circle C series. I am Stevie, and I'm the Home Search Director with Austin, Texas Real Estate Today. This is actually part one of a four-part series on Circle C with Kevin Cottrell from RE/MAX Austin Skyline. Kevin's our Circle C expert, and we're thrilled to have Kevin with us today. So, Kevin, tell me a little bit about Circle C. Where is it actually located?
Sure. Circle C is one of the large master plan communities within Austin. It's located in southwest Austin. It's actually, if you took Mopac south out of downtown, you cross over 71 and you're about 15 minutes south at the intersection. The first intersection you'll hit will be West Slaughter and Mopac. That enters the north side, if you will, or the northeast side, if you will, of Circle C. The next exit would be La Crosse. If you took Mopac all the way down, it dead ends into State Highway 45, and State Highway 45 is the southern end of Circle C Ranch.
Got it, got it. So it looks like it's at about 4,000 acres, and there's 4,000 homes in there, and it looks, and we're gonna, as far as any new construction, is there any new construction in there right now, Kevin?
Yeah, if you look at the community, it's a mix of established neighborhoods. In other words, Circle C's been around for a couple of decades. You have homes that are in there, were built in the 80s in there, in the 90s, and also the 2000s. And there's actually a couple of projects which we'll get into in the later sections, which are new construction. There's really one or two primary areas that are actually still under construction in there.
Now, if I'm relocating in and I'm in California, how far is it to downtown, and what do I have to consider as far as traffic and so on and so forth?
Sure. One of the reasons people actually pick Circle C is its close proximity to downtown and the airport. So if you take the drive from Circle C up to downtown with no traffic, in other words, during not being peak commute time, in other words, during off hours, it's about 15 minutes to drive to the downtown core. You may add another 10 to 15 minutes if you're hitting peak time. What's interesting is we call it heavy traffic if you're in Austin, but most relocating clients that come from Houston or, say, Chicago or Dallas that actually hit a lot of traffic, or even LA, don't think it's very much because there's only a short section of Mopac when you get up there by Barton Skyway where it crosses over the bridge, which is the bridge that goes into downtown, into that area where there's heavy, heavy traffic. Other than that, the traffic continues to move. It doesn't do that heavy stop and go that you see in the areas like Dallas, Houston, Chicago, or LA.
Got it. So, so then also I know that as far as if I've got somebody relocating into the Austin area and want to live in Circle C, how far is it like to get to the airport?
Well, if you're going to the airport, it's about a 20, 25-minute drive either direction from the airport into Circle C or from Circle C out. And that is one of the reasons that people that do travel that are looking for a master plan community in Austin pick Circle C, is they want to be close to the airport and have convenience of when they arrive back in. If it's late in the evening, it's a very quick drive home.
Right, right. And then I know, I guess one of the big questions really is, and I know you've got this slide up here, is, why do people choose to live in Circle C? What is it about Circle C that's so appealing, especially to our relocation buyers?
Sure. Whether you're in Austin or you're wanting to live in Southwest Austin and you're relocating in, doesn't matter what kind of category you're in, people really pick it for about 4 or 5 reasons. The big one is recreation. Circle C is a full master plan, self-contained community. We'll get into this in other sections about more of the specifics on it, but there's a huge park, the Circle C Metropolitan Park, which is over 462 acres. There's hike and bike trails throughout the whole community. The Veloway, which provides for skating and biking, it's a 3-mile loop that's over on the east side of Circle C. You've got the UT-run Wildflower Center. Another reason people will pick the area is shopping, dining, and movies are available right in the community. In other words, if you don't want to have to drive any distance, there's a couple of shopping centers and shopping areas that are available, and there's a new Alamo Draft House, which we'll touch on in a different segment. Now, schools are important for everybody, not just in Southwest Austin. And the schools within the Austin Independent School District that are in the Circle C area are very strong. They're either rated exemplary or a recognized level, which is the top and then the second highest rated. Last thing, Circle C has, and actually when they opened, just as a side note, the community, they have a swim center that has a heated Olympic pool, which is one of the only community Olympic-sized pools that's heated in the country. When they opened up this community back in the 80s, other developers and master plan communities actually traveled in to see this. because the amenities, the swim center and the community center that's open now, and all these amenities were so unique for master plan communities that other people wanted to take a look at what they had done there.
So this master plan community is like its own little town, its own little village, isn't it?
Absolutely. In a lot of parts of the country, you would see that this would be its own self-contained community. And actually, if you look at the history of Circle C, it was annexed into Austin through a long legal battle. There was a lot of battles about water rights, the ecological battle for maintaining open space. That's why there's so much open space in there. So to duplicate this again would be a pretty tough process, both legally and from a practicality. This project actually went through in the very early days. It goes all the way dates back to the S&L crisis. The original developer went through the process, got it approved. It ended up going through bankruptcy. They got everything straightened out, and the legislature in Texas went all the way to the Supreme Court with a number of changes that allowed this thing to go through. So Circle C has a long history, not only as the largest master plan community, but the one that took the most litigious route to get it done. And then you had Austin come in and annex it in, and so that's why it's part of the Austin school district. It's part of the Austin area in terms of Austin proper, because it was annexed in after it was actually built.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. So is there anything else that you really wanted to add about why people move into this neighborhood? I mean, what about the houses and the homes? What kind of homes are there?
Well, you know, and if you look at the slide there, you'll see a couple of other reasons. You've got a couple of gated communities, and again, we'll get into some of the specifics on how Circle C is divided up by neighborhoods, but it's really a mix of established neighborhoods, new construction. You've got gated communities. You've got a garden home community, so if you want low maintenance, and then the amenities that are more of not park-based are what was used to be called Circle C Golf, and that's actually called Grey Rock Golf Course. That's over on the south part of Circle C along State Highway 45. And then right immediately adjacent to that, what used to be called Circle C Tennis is now called Grey Rock Tennis Club. So you've got all these amenities and availability of a broad variety of housing that people are looking for. It's available from a 20-year-old home to a home that just got built in the last month.
Got it. Okay. Any other things that you want to share with us before we move on? I know that if anybody is looking for more information on how to, arrange a tour, that want to see, houses in Circle C or want more information about Circle C, Kevin can be reached at the Cottrell Relocation Team, and he again is over there with Austin. RE/MAX Austin Skyline, and his number's up on the screen. That's 512-522-8470. And thanks so much, Kevin. I look forward to talking to you again in our Part 2 series, where we're really going to talk about parks and shopping and really kind of dig down as far as what the other amenities are. So thank you so much, Kevin, for joining us today on our Circle C series.